Hey everyone, it's Fitz from the new digs in the downstairs home office, the studio. Got some things to fix. It's still a little echoey. Don't have all the furniture in here, not all the soundproofing. My new lava lamp's more pink than purple. You know what? It's not perfect. And neither was Kansas State on Saturday in Morgantown. Kansas State was far from perfect. They were not a very good football team. The Wildcats struggled on offense. They weren't quite as sharp as they need to be on defense. And you know what? Special teams, give West Virginia credit, they didn't lose them to Kansas State like virtually everyone else has. These Kansas State Wildcats stunk it up, maybe worse than they did against Arkansas State. And as they leave Morgantown, I'm left with this thought. It doesn't really mean anything. It was a loss, sure it means that, but everyone wants to say, oh, this isn't a good team and they're just going to go winless now. It's the same thoughts a lot of us had after Arkansas State. I know I did. And those overreactions really don't add up because we know in a pandemic season, teams get better and worse from week to week. I don't know what we're going to see from Kansas State next week when they're at home on Saturday against Oklahoma State. I don't know what I'm going to see from Oklahoma State. The Cowboys had a game won against Texas and blew it and lost it in overtime. Maybe they'll be still reeling from that. Maybe they'll be angry about that and come in here with their hair on fire. I know this, what happened in Morgantown really doesn't have much impact on what will happen in Manhattan on Saturday. That's the way this season goes. That's the way most seasons go. Games are self-contained from week to week. Game plans change, opponents change, strengths and weaknesses match up differently. I know this. They finally found a player they can't replace if they're absent, and that's A.J. Parker at nickelback. A.J. was sorely missed on the defensive side of the ball, and the Mountaineers really took advantage of some holes in the secondary, we might say. I'm sure Oklahoma State will try to do the same, but I think K-State will probably have a better plan of attack. Coming into this season, I thought K-State would probably win 5 conference games. 6 games overall, because I never imagined they'd lose to Arkansas State. So I'm already off on that, but I can say this. Even if they lose to Oklahoma State and then go into off week at 4-2 in the conference before they go to Iowa State, and say they lose there, I think they can win at Baylor and beat Texas, even though they're improving, in December in Manhattan when it's likely cold. K-State gets to 6 wins, goes 6-3 in Chris Klieman's second year. I'll take it. Heck, I'd take 5. If they get one more win, I'm not going to look at all the late losses and count it as a bad season. I'm going to count it as a step forward in a really weird year and move on when K-State might have a real shot at getting into the national playoffs. That's down the road.